Good morning. Hello, chatters. It is me, Miss C. How are you? Oh my goodness. I just wanted to hop on and say something this morning. This video is a little different than the ones you're used to seeing, but I still think it will be beneficial nonetheless. Happy December 1st. Oh my goodness, right? We are in the last month of 2021. And I mean, this year really flew by, for sure, to know that we are already in December and headed into a whole new year, 2022. And it's kind of nerve wracking. It's kind of, oh my goodness, it's kind of exciting, right? And so I wanted to just do a video, just a quick one. As we move through this last month and as we move into 2022. And I know that this is the time of year where people start making New Year's resolutions, right? And we start planning for the new year and what we're going to do, what we're not going to do, who we going to be. And I am for all of that, right? I think you get an opportunity, not just at the beginning of a year or on your birthday, to change or to improve upon yourself or your goals. You get that opportunity every time you wake up. If you're still alive, you get the opportunity, right? And so I'm all for resolutions and I'm all for all of that. However, I do think that sometimes we put a little too much on it. And so, and I think sometimes we put the resolutions out there without doing some key steps beforehand. And so that's why I wanted to do this video, with it being the last month of 2021. It is a great opportunity and a great time to start your yearly reflections, if you haven't, before you start resolutions. And I think it's a step a lot of people miss and a lot of people skip over, and it makes it a little bit harder for you to keep those resolutions that you've made as the year progresses. And I think it's important to start with a reflection of the year, so that you can actually legitimately see the progress you've made and the areas that you really do want to improve upon, without just so much, the general basic stuff, right? Like most people all have that. They always say, I think every year, that the gym is like the most packed the first month of the year, right? Everybody's resolution is to hit the gym, to get healthy, to start working out. Nothing wrong with that, again, me included, right? Nothing wrong with that. However, have people taken the time and the opportunity to look at what you did this year and how much that plays into your ability to stay committed to that resolution next year? So I wanted to encourage you today, to not wait until till December 30th or 31st to start planning and start reviewing and reflecting. The start of December is a good time to actually start. It's a good time to, if you're a pen and paper person, I am a pen and paper person. I have 10,072 notebooks, 18,072 sheets of paper, with stuff. I'm a pen and paper person. So getting a pen and paper or typing it out, whatever works for you, and really going over the year of 2021. We are still in a pandemic that we all thought would be over by now. And now they're talking about a whole new variant is coming out. Good Lord. So really taking the time to just see what went well this year. What were things that happened this year that were really good? What were some surprises that happened this year? What were some things that you planned this year that you actually did? I think it's important to pay attention to that. What things did you become aware of this year? Or areas or situations that, kind of started to nudge you a little bit, started knocking on your heart and on your soul, started sitting in the back of your brain this year of awareness of yourself, of people, of situations, of circumstances. What made you feel happy this year? What things made you feel sad? right? There was, as any year, there are hard things. There are things that we deal with that we didn't anticipate having to deal with. But, even looking at those things and looking at how you survived, that is a huge piece of, oh, sorry guys, my phone's ringing. That's a huge piece to look at as well. The things that made you feel fulfilled this year. What goals did you actually accomplish? What did you set out for this year that you actually accomplished, whether you set it in January or you set it in March? Maybe you set something in August that has come through. I think it's time, I think the time now is to really utilize the month of December to really reflect and to really celebrate those small victories that you had this year, to really digest some of the feelings and some of the situations that happened this year, and without making yourself feel bad, right? Maybe you had 10 goals and you only accomplished one, and now you're thinking back, oh goodness, I didn't do anything I wanted to this year. Don't put such negativity on it. Use it as an opportunity to dive a little bit deeper. Why didn't you get those goals accomplished? What happened? So that you're able to, when you're setting your new plan for 2022, you're able to really navigate some of those areas so that you're able to stick to and accomplish some of the goals that you're going to have coming for 2022. Um, and then once you able to reflect this month, then start really thinking about what you want to see or what you want to have happen in 2022. And a lot of times we need a plan, right? But before you get to the plan, you really want to see the list. What are the things that you really want to work on next year? What are the things that you'd really like to see yourself continue to improve upon? What things went really well this year that you'd like to incorporate and take with you into 2022 and to continue doing? It's not just about starting something new. It's also about finding those things that have worked for you that you want to continue on. It is thinking about the stuff you started this year and wow, I did make some progress and I'm excited and I want to keep making progress and continue that into the next year, and actually creating the plan, right? Will be later. And we'll get to that. Don't you worry. I ain't gonna leave you hanging. I ain't gonna leave you hanging. We're gonna get to that, okay? So I did just want to mention that this morning, since it is the first. I personally have started. I am, like I said, a lister. I don't like to wait until the first of the year to start. By the first, I like to have a plan of action of the things that I'm going to do. So I start by reflecting on the year, and then I start really, okay, what went well? What do I want to take with me? What tools did I learn? What lessons that I learned this year that I want to make sure that I'm paying attention to next year. And I think that's important. And when you're really ready and you're really taking the steps, the universe will provide you with the tools, right? It will provide you with the knowledge, the people, the opportunities that you need to help keep you motivated and keep the momentum going, and to help you stay aligned. And that's going to be so important and so key. And especially when you are manifesting and working on trying to manifest the things that you want in your life, which I am a huge manifester. And don't worry, 2022, baby, we're going to get it done, okay? So one of the things that, and I, guys know, I'll be honest. One of the things that I wrote down, which I thought was quite interesting, was finances. I am not really that great at finances yet. Keyword is yet, because I am working on it. And this year, I really started the process. Now, I did not hit the goals in the sense that I had for my finances this year. However, I did start, reading books, and I started really asking questions of people who were into different things, well, what is that? And started researching it and just becoming a little bit more knowledgeable and aware, right? I can't think that I'm going to just have great finances because I said I want it. Like, you really have to do some of the work behind it. And so this year I did, and I'm really excited about that. And I intend to take that into 2022, right? To build upon it, to get me where I want to be. But I've heard so many things and I read so many things, and I still this year, I heard it, but I really wasn't like, oh, okay, I was a little here and a little there, but not all the way in. So last night I was actually writing, and I was writing down some of the stuff, a list of stuff that I wanted to start looking into and take with me and build upon in 2022, and finances was one. And I was flipping, it's so funny, 'cause like I said, the universe will hook you up, okay? So I'm flipping through TV, and I was on the Fire Stick. I couldn't find anything, so I turned it off. And on the TV channel that popped up was AJ Johnson, life coach, which I love her. Obviously, she is a coach that I look up to. This is a career and a passion of mine. So you find like-minded people, right? And I've been meaning to check out her show, Life Therapy, but I hadn't gotten an opportunity to yet. So last night it was on, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll see what's going on. Oddly enough, this particular episode was about a couple who had reached out to her because they wanted to get their finances together. So I'm sitting there like, shut up, because I was literally writing this down. So I immediately turn it up and I'm tuned in. And she had someone else on the show, another like financial coach that she was talking to, and they were going back and forth, and they started talking to the couple and creating a game plan. And the financial coach mentioned the 50 30 20 rule, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've heard that 10,072 times, but for some reason last night it clicked for me. And it was because I was already in the space. I had already been doing things leading up this year. I had really decided to be more serious about it and really wanted to build upon it now and going into 2022, that the universe started providing the assistance to keep the momentum going, to keep me focused. And so she started going through, what's your budget and what can you afford? And like, really things that were key that were helping me in that moment. So then, of course, I got my pen and paper out, and I'm like, okay, let me do what's my expenses and what's my debt look like? And I just felt like it was in that moment, the aha moment, right? You've heard something so many times, it never really clicks until it's time. I think that's saying that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Apparently, the girl is ready. So I just immediately thanked the universe. Oh my gosh, thank you. And when you are really in alignment and you're really serious about something, you're going to be able to see the opportunities, and you're going to be able to see the things that are happening to help you along your way. It's very easy to have seen that episode and put it out of my mind and not thought anything of it. But I realized this episode in this moment was for me. And so now I took some new information. It was old, but I heard it again. And then there was new information to be able to build upon what I'm already working on to take with me into 2022. And so having that at least idea of what you want to see, and not worrying so much about the plan off top, not worrying about how it's going to happen and, well, do I need to pay? Instead of worrying about all of that, the idea was just finances. I want to continue to be better with my finances. I want to build on my savings account. I want to be better with my credit. I want to learn how my money makes money. I want to learn crypto and stocks. And you will start to see that opportunities will present themselves to you if you're paying attention and know when to do it. And once those opportunities happen, then you're able to put the plan into place to keep you going. So I wanted to share that because that legitimately happened. And it can happen for you as well. But we really have to take the time to know the things that were great and awesome, to know the areas we still want to improve upon, the space that we can, and have the willingness to do it, to go forward. And so I am challenging you, I am encouraging you to take a couple minutes each day, or on the weekends when you have downtime, to really start reflecting on 2021. There was great lessons that we've all learned. There was some things that were very difficult, but you made it. And those are things we're celebrating. And it's important to look at, what did you do to make it? Because those tools will help you next year, right? We're not done. It's not over in a sense. It's a tool, it's a knowledge that you gained that you'll be able to use in a different scenario and in a different situation later. So start writing, start your reflections, start really doing that. And then in the middle of the month, you'll want to start putting together that list. Okay, what is it that I really want to see next year? What do I want to build upon? What new things am I wanting to bring in? And then we're able to get the plan together so that we can actually see those goals come to fruition for us in 2022. So I'm working on it too. I am encouraging you to start. I am working again on some great stuff. I have a workshop that I'm putting together for next year, which is this is kind of the baseline we're starting at. And then we will build upon it next year as we are evolving, because we should constantly be evolving daily, weekly, monthly, hourly, right? Yearly. And so I just wanted to put that out there. I hope you're having an awesome and great day. And just know that I ain't gonna leave you hanging. I'm going through the same thing. I'm challenging myself. I'm really becoming aware of things. I'm wanting more and better for myself, and I'm wanting to take the steps to do that. And I want to help you do the exact same thing. I really do. And so 2022, that's what we're going to be focusing on, is building blocks and building and building and building and building. Okay? So if you have questions, feel free to email me, leave comments below. Of course, like and subscribe. And you guys know I'm not going to leave you without a quote, right? Even if it is on a Wednesday. Never underestimate the power you have to take your life in a new direction. And that is Germany Kent. I don't know who that is. We have to look into that. But you have the power to do it. And it all starts with you. And getting good people around you to help you along the process is going to be big. And I am one of your biggest supporters. So let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's make this month awesome and great. And I will catch you chatters later. I guess it was a little long video. Sorry, guys. Have a great day, though.